All right, so we've been talking about the different types of mixtures and pure substances and classifying things. This is a diagram that's going to be able to help you classify if I give you a substance, because on a test we're going to have to do that. So the first thing you're going to ask yourself is there one thing or more than one thing? So let's pretend there's only one thing. Is this a pure substance or a mixture? That's right, it's a pure substance. Okay. So we know that it's a pure substance. Now we ask ourselves, is there more than one capital letter? If, say on a test you see NaCl, it has 2 capital letters, so I would answer yes. Or if I just see Na, it has 1 capital letter, so I would answer no. If it has 2 capital letters, it means there's more than one element there, so it's a compound. In a picture form, compounds looks like there's dots squished together. And if there's only one letter, such as Na, then it's an element. All right, let's reverse. Say we answered yes, there's more than one thing. So we know that this is a mixture. And we have multiple different types of mixtures. So we have to continue our classification. Can I see the parts? Yes or no? Let's pretend yes, we can see the parts. It's something like salad dressing. We can see the parts. We know it's heterogeneous. Now I ask, does it separate into layers or not? If it does separate into layers, I know it's a suspension. If it doesn't, then it's just a plain heterogeneous mixture, and I can label it as heterogeneous. Going back, if I answered, can I see the parts, and answered no, then I know it's a homogeneous mixture, and I need to ask myself, is it clear or not? If it's clear, it's a solution. If it's not, it's a colloid. All right, let's practice the skills a little bit. All right, example 1, milk. Is there more than one thing in milk? Yes, there's more than one thing. Can you see the parts? No, you can't. So I know it's homogeneous. Is it clear? No, it's not. So it's a colloid. Diamond. Diamond is made up of just carbon. So maybe on a test you would see a capital C like this. There's only carbon atoms. So is there more than one thing? There's only one. Is there more than one capital letter? No, there's just C. So diamond is an example of an element. Oil and water. More than one thing. Can you see the parts? Yes. So I know it's heterogeneous. Does it separate into layers? Yes. So it's a suspension. Air. Air has more than one thing. It has oxygen, nitrogen, many other different gases. Carbon dioxide. Can you see the parts? No. So I know it's homogeneous. Is it clear? Yes. So air is an example of a solution. Salt. Remember that salt is NaCl. Is there one thing or more than one thing? There's only one. Is there more than one capital letter? Na and Cl, there's a capital N, capital C. So yes, so we know that salt is a compound. Fruity Pebbles. More than one thing. Can I see the parts? Yes. Fruity Pebbles is separated into layers like blue, green, yellow. No, it doesn't. So it's just plain heterogeneous. Okay, so let's look at this substance. I just have a picture. The dots are all the same. So I have only one thing. Or do the dots look exactly the same, or do I have dots that look like Mickey Mouse, things squished together? I only have one type of dot, so it's an element. Let's look at this one. See how these all look exactly the same? So I have only one thing, but I have multiple dots together. I have the light blue and I have the gray. So they're squished together just like a compound. This one. One thing or more than one thing. I have many different types of dots here, so I have more than one thing. We can't really determine whether we can see the parts or not. I can just know for certain that this is a mixture with this piece of information. All right, let's do the last one. More than one thing. Let's pretend that we can see the parts. Just going to tell you that piece of information. Does it separate into layers? See how the top is very different than the bottom? So I'm going to say, yes, it can. I have two layers, the green and the blue and red. So this is a suspension. Hopefully this helps you, and we're going to continue practicing with this diagram and this help sheet as we continue to classify information.